Today I want to talk about democracy in China and also some opinion about judgments. In our textbook, chapter 40, there is some part talking about the development and also difficulties when democracy started to develop in China. It says in China, hundreds of thousands of pro-democracy demonstrators thronged through Beijing's Tiananmen Square in the spring of 1989. They proudly flourished a 30-foot-high goddess of democracy modeled on the Statue of Liberty as a symbol of their aspirations. But in June of that year, China's aging and autocratic rulers brutally crushed the pro-democracy movement. From this, we can see that the way of developing democracy in China is full of hardships. The debate over its form and definition as well as application was one of the major ideological battlegrounds in Chinese politics for, well, over a century. It is still a contentious subject. I think that the democracy in China is so different from the democracy in Western countries is because China has such a huge number of population and the policy should be different that can actually make everything in order. So I think that for different countries, different situations, there should be different solutions to the problem. People should always try to find the solution that can fit the condition best and work out for the problem best, but we should not always try to use the solution that sounds the best. In my last video, I talked about how others' false judgment or rumors can affect our opinion and we cannot judge people from their sexual orientation. Also, people cannot judge others by their religion, race, or nationality. For example, my hometown is in Nanjing, China, and one of the history about Nanjing is the Nanjing Holocaust during the World War II. During the 1 week of Nanjing Holocaust, more than 300,000 of people were killed by Japanese soldiers. So that part of history is a huge pain for Nanjing people. But I think history is trying to teach us the bad consequence of some toxic ideology like Nazi, but not teaching us to get hatred on others. So I think some people who are saying like anti-Japan, but they're still using Sony, Toshiba, driving Japanese cars and watching Japanese cartoons, they just misunderstand what the history means to tell us. Also, the racism which let people get false opinions on some religions like Jewish people, black people is absurd because in every religion there can be good people and also bad people. Also, I think policy should not be the thing that we treat others. I know that nowadays a lot of countries are in actual like competitions, but people still need to treat others with fairness. I've seen some people on the internet are getting sick of South Korea because of some political issues, and their comments are like Korean people are blah blah blah. But for me, I have some really nice Korean friends in elementary school and also high school, so I know that there are still a lot of kind and nice Korean people. So, I mean, it is really not wise to judge a group of people by sexual orientation or their nationality or race because several special examples of the people cannot represent a group of people. And everyone has different characteristics, and inappropriate behavior of one person should not rise to nations, races, or religions. So As I already said in the last video, the standard of a person is always based on the person's personalities, but not their appearance, their sexual orientation, their religion, or their nationality. Thank you.